Another mystery buried deep in the hills of eastern Washington keeps resurfacing, a bottomless pit said to be a pathway to the paranormal.
Drones really make the impossible seem possible, don't they? From spotting mysterious things, checking out awesome spots, to uncovering ancient stuff. Let's dive into some of the craziest drone shots that were never meant for our eyes. Hand of the Desert. After a bunch of uplifting scenes, this next drone footage might bring you down a bit. It was captured in the middle of Chile's Atacama Desert and shows a massive 11-meter tall hand sculpture standing alone in the barren landscape. This sculpture, made by Mario Irarrázaval out of iron and cement, was created back in 1992. Mario says the hand symbolizes human emotions, capturing the smallness, vulnerability, and helplessness of human life. Today, this giant desert hand is recognized worldwide for its striking originality and the deep emotions it represents. Tornado House. A photographer flying his drone over a desolate area captured something unbelievable, a perfectly intact house sitting amid complete devastation from a recent tornado. The fierce storm tore through parts of Alabama and Georgia, but somehow, miraculously, it missed this house even though it was right in its path. Reports say the tornado was an EF2, with winds hitting up to 170 miles per hour, yet it managed to destroy everything around except for this lucky house. Ukrainian Ghost Town. The town, now just a sad scene of burned out buildings, pockmarked walls, and wrecked structures, used to be home to about 300,000 families before disaster struck. A drone captured this heart-wrenching sight, showing what's now a ghost town in the Chernihiv region of northern Ukraine. Thanks to Russian forces, what used to be a safe haven for many is now just a pile of ruins, utterly desolate. It's said that for over a month, the people held their ground until they couldn't withstand the brutal onslaught any longer. Sinking ship. Captured by a drone in May 2022, the dramatic end of the 54. 86-meter-long cargo freighter Voice Bernadette unfolded as it sank 20.48 meters deep into the water inlet of Fort Pierce, Florida. It was around 11:46 a.m. when the freighter, burdened with 200 tons of concrete, finally succumbed and slipped to the sea's bottom. According to technicians, it took about an hour for the seawater to completely engulf the ship. Submerged church. The next drone footage will transport you to the hauntingly beautiful Shetty Holly Rosary Church that appears to float on water. This stunning Gothic-style structure is among the most famous ruins in Karnataka, near the historic city of Hassan. Originally built in 1860 by French missionary Abbé J.A. Dubois, the church was constructed from ordinary bricks, mortar, and glass. Yet, it possesses remarkable resilience. Each year during the peak monsoon season, the church's skeletal frame endures, with about only 1/3 of its structure rising above the water's surface. Pink Lake. In a world of countless colors, a drone captured the stunning bubblegum Pink Lake Hillier in Australia. This saline lake is nestled on the edge of Middle Island in Western Australia. The lake's striking pink hue comes from a pigment released by microscopic algae, halobacteria, and other microbes thriving in its extra salty waters. And if you're wondering whether you can take a dip in this beautiful pink water, the good news is that it's perfectly safe to swim in. Giant graffiti. Art truly has no bounds, and street artist Guillaume Legros takes that to new heights. Literally. He's a French artist who paints on mountains. Thanks to drones, we can get a full view of his stunning works, which include street art style images of local people, dancing women, and children, all crafted with biodegradable homemade paint. Guillaume concocts his paints using a secret recipe to create these massive artworks. His art is so vast that it spans from field swaths to entire mountainsides, visible only from high above. Rainbow River. Captured by a drone, this stunning footage showcases the vibrant celebration of colors in the Cano Cristales River in Colombia, known for its unique 7-colored waters. This phenomenon is thanks to the Macarenia clavigera, a type of riverweed whose reproductive cycle produces these brilliant hues. The river's colors range from greens and blues to reds and purples, varying with the lighting conditions. This rainbow-like flow of water dramatically courses through the Serranía de la Macarena National Park, creating a breathtaking natural spectacle. Unexplained creatures. Check out these weird creatures. Somebody caught these spooky critters on a drone over a road in Siberia, and now the internet can't stop buzzing about them. These oddballs have a strange almond-shaped head, a humped back, a tail, and 2 legs that look almost human. They walked on 2 legs and moved in a sort of mechanical way, everyone scratching their heads, throwing out guesses like aliens, dinosaurs, or some mysterious monster. I'm not sold on any of those theories, but I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Land formation by lava. The landscape of Spain's La Palma Island is changing before our eyes, as lava from a volcanic eruption on October 6, 2021 has reached the sea. Captured by drone, the footage shows the lava traveling about 6 kilometers to meet the ocean, spewing red-hot jets for over 2 weeks. While there haven't been any explosive interactions between the lava and the sea, this meeting has released potentially toxic gases. To prevent any risks from toxic inhalation, the government has advised locals to stay at least 3.5 kilometers away from the exclusion zone. Frozen lighthouse. Caught in a stunning drone view, there's a beautiful ice castle along Michigan's 3,200 miles of shoreline. This one, known as St. Joseph, sits on the North Pier of the St. Joseph River and was built in 1907. It turns into a spectacular ice sculpture each winter, thanks to the fierce combination of frigid winds and waves. When temperatures plummet to below -30 degrees Celsius, the waves crash against the structure, splashing over the lights, pier, and walkway. This water quickly freezes, coating everything with a thin, sparkling layer of ice and snow, transforming the tower into a frozen wonder. Ancient cat etched. Archaeologists in Peru have unearthed over 25 massive drawings etched into the ground near the Nazca Lines in a southern coastal desert. Captured by a drone, the footage offers a bird's eye view of these 37-meter-long giant sketches depicting cats, monkeys, whales, and other mythical figures believed to be around 2,000 years old. The purpose and origin of these drawings remain a mystery, but they stand as one of the historical puzzles of Peru's rich pre-Columbian culture, captured just before they could disappear. Lava bubbling. The drone captured footage of one of the most intense volcanic eruptions in recent history. These dramatic shots feature lava bubbling within the crater near Fagradalsfjall, a mountain southwest of Iceland's capital, Reykjavik. New reports indicate that 3 weeks before the eruption, the area experienced a severe series of earthquakes, including thousands of minor tremors, heralding the fall of mighty Fagradalsfjall. This mountain, originally formed from an eruption beneath an ice sheet around 6,342 years ago, saw renewed volcanic activity starting in March 2021, which lasted until August 2022. Merman on the riverbank. Check this out. A video popped up showing 4 paramedics huddled by a river in Poland, and guess what? They pulled a merman right out of the water. Yep, a legit male mermaid, complete with a tail and everything. When they hauled him onto a stretcher, you could really see his fluke. But here's the kicker. When the video blew up online, tons of people started calling it a fake, saying it was all a movie stunt or something. But didn't that merman look super real? What do you think? Ocean on fire. These blazing bright orange flames shooting up from the water might look like molten lava, but it's actually the ocean on fire in the Gulf of Mexico. The reason? An oil company called Pemex had a gas leak in one of their underwater pipelines, and it sparked a massive fire right on the water's surface. You can see ships in the video trying to battle the flames. When this footage went viral, environmentalists from around the globe were up in arms because it's super harmful to the marine life there. It took nearly 5 hours to fully put out the fire. UFO sighting. a balloon, or a flying jellyfish? This jaw-dropping drone video from 2018 shows what looks like a jellyfish UFO floating around Machir Bay in Islay, Scotland. It zipped around as if it were alive, swooping close for a few seconds before darting away. Hanging from it were strings that looked like they were used for steering. But here's the thing, balloons don't need that many strings, and jellyfish definitely don't fly. Something fishy's definitely going on, spying from the skies above Earth. Amazon tribes. Captured by a Brazilian agency, this 2018 drone footage reveals a rare and isolated tribe living deep in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. About 16 individuals who have never interacted with the outside world were seen navigating the jungle armed with bows and arrows for protection against wildlife. Survival International reports that there are approximately 100 such groups in Brazil's rainforests, opting to stay away from the chaos of the wider world. Blue Fire Volcano. Check out this spooky drone footage of Kawah Ijen volcano in Indonesia. It's spewing what looks like blue lava. This electric blue fire flows down the mountainside at night, drawing loads of tourists. But here's the scoop from an expert. It's not actual lava, but a glow. This eerie light happens when sulfuric gases escape from cracks in the volcano and meet the oxygen in the air, sparking up a brilliant blue flame. Plus, as the liquid sulfur burns down the slopes, it creates this magical illusion of flowing lava. Cool, right? Army of bats. While startling murmurations are pretty common, seeing an army of bats is something else entirely. A drone caught an incredible sight of thousands of black bats emerging from a mountain surrounded by lush greenery. This footage was shot over Khao No Kio Mountain, near a place jokingly referred to as Gotham City in Thailand. This mesmerizing scene isn't just random, it's a natural phenomenon. Each year, from summer to winter, these night birds disrupt their sleep to migrate together in broad daylight. They're on a quest to find more food and warmer weather, or perhaps to hibernate. Hypnotizing herd of sheeps. Jumping over to this mesmerizing herd of sheep, a drone in Australia caught some seriously artistic sheep movements. Beyond just looking cool, this footage actually plays a key role for farmers in moving a huge flock from one place to another. Turns out drones are quick and pretty loud, which works out great for herding because sheep and cattle really respond to the noise. This lets farmers keep a close eye on their animals easily. And because it's so effective, farmers all around the world are starting to use drones for more productive farming. Skeletons of Staten Island caught on drone. Check out this hidden chaos at a secret boat graveyard in Rossville, Staten Island, New York. The footage reveals abandoned cargo ships and tugboats decomposing in the mud and shallow waters, waiting to be either dismantled or salvaged. This eerie spot is actually an official dumping ground for old, wrecked tugboats, barges, and ferries dating back to the 20th century. Discovered by John J. Witt in the 1930s, it's now home to about 100 ghostly vessels, all rotting away as they wait to be cleared out. Thousands of ducks. In awe of building a harmonic relationship with the ducks, farmers from Thailand have come up with this win-win idea of setting thousands of ducks free in rice paddies as pesticides. Drone footage captured in Nakhon Pathom, Bangkok shows 10,000 khaki Campbell ducks storming out into the flooded fields to cram down pest hiding in the freshly harvested rice stubble. While farmers can reduce the use of chemicals and pesticides, the breeders can have a major cut down on their duck feed who can clean up around 70-hectare farms in just a week. Rotating ice circle. Filmed in Shenyang City, Liaoning Province in northeast China on January 1st, 2018. This captivating drone footage captures a rotating ice circle on the frozen river. People are having a blast standing on this disc as it spins anti-clockwise. Scientifically speaking, this mesmerizing phenomenon happens because the faster river flow triggers a rotational force that frees the ice and makes it turn slowly. The perfectly round shape of the disc is simply a result of friction. Piled up boats. The drone footage captures the massive destruction caused by the fierce winds of the former Hurricane Ian in September 2022. It's astonishing to see, yet heartbreaking. The storm left the docks in shambles. everything from anchors to wharves and boats was tangled and heaped into a massive pile of debris. Ian, a terrifying Category 4 storm with winds of 150 miles per hour, hit Cayo Costa and wreaked havoc in just 90 minutes, leaving devastation in its wake. Lunar Rainbow. From a stunning sunset to the rare sight of a moonbow, this next drone footage is set to amaze you. Captured at Victoria Falls in June 2018, moonbows, or lunar rainbows, appear as the moon ascends above the horizon. This optical phenomenon happens when moonlight streams through the atmosphere and bounces off water droplets in the air. Though moonbows occur far less frequently than regular rainbows, less than 10% as often, they are an incredible spectacle to witness in person. Shade balls. Faced with a water shortage, Los Angeles has come up with a mesmerizing solution. Drone footage shows 96 million shade balls being poured into reservoirs, a sight that's not only hypnotic to watch, but also serves an important purpose. The city introduced these balls as a floating cover to prevent about 300 million gallons of water from evaporating. These small black plastic balls help maintain water quality by blocking sunlight that can trigger chemical reactions, deterring birds and other wildlife, and shielding the water from rain and wind-blown dust. Floating jellyfish swarm. Drone footage revealed a massive swarm of jellyfish floating near Haifa in northern Israel. This captivating scene is part of a natural phenomenon where jellyfish migrate during the summer months, drifting into the eastern Mediterranean from the Indian Ocean via the Suez Canal. Known as smacks, these jellyfish are drawn to warm waters, hence their movement during the warmer months. However, experts believe the growing numbers of jellyfish are a sign of broader environmental issues. They suggest that rising ocean temperatures, along with increased pollution and nutrients from human waste, are contributing to the jellyfish population increase. Flockbirds flying in patterns. Somewhere along the US-Canada border, Seattle photographer Mark Zakurikan captured a breathtaking scene with his drone, a flock of wild geese gracefully soaring through the North American sky in perfect formation. Geese are a common sight in North America, migrating north to south and back according to the season. This time, flying relatively low at about 15.24 meters above ground. Zakurikan managed to record this serene and majestic scene from a wide-angle perspective, offering a mesmerizing view of their journey. Ice house. You've probably seen cars, bikes, or even streets blanketed in snow, but this incredible drone footage captures houses completely encased in thick layers of ice. In 2020, a combination of cold temperatures, gale-force winds, and 18-foot waves from Lake Erie turned Hoover Beach in Hamburg, New York, into a frozen wonderland. The extreme cold was so intense that doors, windows, and even entire homes were obscured by the thick ice, plunging them into darkness. Alongside the property damage, several power lines and trees couldn't withstand the weight of the ice and collapsed. Let's talk about the thumbnail of this video. Today's thumbnail is about Mel's Hole, a bottomless pit reportedly discovered in 1997 by a man named Mel Waters. He claimed the hole was on his property, located about 9 miles west of Ellensburg, Washington. According to the story, Mel Waters, who was never identified, attempted to measure the depth of the hole using a fishing pole, and reported that after releasing 80,000 feet of line, wasn't able to reach the bottom. That's insane. In recent times, there have been many theories and stories about this well, which have to do with the paranormal. It is said that a neighbor threw his dead dog into the well, and then the same dog was seen wandering around the neighborhood. Recently, one person decided to investigate with his drone. This persona met this other person and disguised as Slender Man? This is very strange and disturbing. We really think it's someone in disguise because Slender Man doesn't exist, or does he? What we do know is that there are many paranormal stories around this famous hole. What do you think? We'll read you in the comments. Giant pink bunny. Hovering 1524 meters above northern Italy, a drone has captured a giant pink bunny sprawled lifelessly between the mountains. This unusual outdoor sculpture was the brainchild of a group of artists from Vienna who decided to knit a 61-meter-long bunny with a thickness of 6 meters out of gelatin. Their goal was to create something interactive where people could climb, rest, or even cuddle with it. Laid out with its arms open, the bunny was crafted in 2005 from soft, waterproof material and filled with straw. Over time, it has started to fade to a murky gray shade. Once a cheerful sight, this decaying bunny is expected to completely disappear by the year 2025. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please hit like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you won't miss any of our amazing upcoming videos. Thanks again.